well, looking ahead to that game now, Kevin, I suppose it's the big one that everybody's been wondering. But from a Spain point of view, you know, it's just been a crazy 48 hours for them. How do they pick themselves up?
I think it was the right decision, sacking him, actually. And as the players and the manager and Hierro coming in now, there's no pressure. You know, they can blame their old manager. They've been not let off the hook, but they have an excuse if things go wrong. So the pressure valve has been released going into the tournament, and maybe they can just enjoy it. And, you know, they're playing a very good Portugal team with, you know, Ronaldo wanting to prove his point again. And he's just been... you know, got some bad news, I think, from the Spanish authorities today. Got a little fine. Just going to have to make sure he plays another few years to pay it. So, you know, adds a little more spice to the mix. But as Spain-wise, I think they can just, you know, looking at it from another point of view, instead of thinking it's all doom and gloom, I think they can relax and just enjoy it a little bit.
Shay, I know it's only day 2 and we're mentioning Saipan, so forgive me for this, but there is obviously, there are obvious correlations. Yeah, there you go. There are obvious correlations, though, with a central figure leaving the camp before that. So how do the players get on with this? Are they still talking about it on the corridors today, or what are they doing?
Well, they'll have to park at the one side. I disagree with Kev. I think it was the wrong decision. You know, this guy's got them qualified. He's got a way of playing. He's got a team set up, a system, a formation. You know, everything down to set plays, who's playing where. He's favourite 11. Now Hierro's come in and he'll have maybe a different system, a different way of playing, different players. I think it's a bit shambolic, to be honest, but I can kind of agree a little bit with Kevin in the sense that, you know, the Spanish, they've got someone to blame, but the World Cup comes along every 4 years, as we know. This is a major tournament for a lot of these players, and some of them coming to the end of their career as well, and like Silva and Iniesta and people like that, you know, they'll want to win the World Cup, and they have got a chance. Of course, they've got some great players, but the time is not good for me.
What was it like being involved in something like that in terms of the Spanish players? We're seeing them, they're tweeting about it, they're talking about it. I mean, you've actually lived through this.
Well, it's not ideal. You know, it's obviously my first and only World Cup to be involved in, and it was, you know, your best player, the captain, having an argument with the manager. Of course, that's not what you want. You want your best player to be there for major finals, and we lost that. But at the same time, we did sort of say, right, that's done and dusted. We have to focus on the first game, and that's what we did. And we come together and you know, we've done our best for Ireland, of course we did.
Steph, I'm sure from a Spanish point of view, they'd prefer a nice, handy game to get themselves into that. Unfortunately, they don't have that tonight. You've got Ronaldo up against Ramos. There's so many subplots here tonight, isn't there?
Yeah, I think obviously the preparation hasn't been ideal either with Hierro coming in. In 2 days, I think he's going to be able to change much anyway, so I think they're going to have to go with what they've been prepping for. And I think these players are... A lot of them have played in World Cups and Euros before, so I'm sure they'll be able to deal with the pressure of a big game like this. But it's shaping up to be a big game. I know Ronaldo will be looking to prove a point against some of his Spanish or Real Madrid teammates and players he's playing against week in, week out in Spain. So it's going to be an interesting game, and it's one I'm looking forward to.
Kevin, as well, the added incentive for both of these teams, if you win the group, does look like a slightly easier path to the semi-final and perhaps final. So both of these teams are going to want to win this one.
Yeah, definitely. You want to win every match anyway, but, you know, looking forward, it might make it a little bit easier for them in the later stages. So it's just another thing, another reason why you want to win this game tonight. You know, it's what we watched Egypt tonight, and they were playing for a draw. These two teams will be playing for a win tonight, as you said, to win the group. That makes it easier. It makes it better for us watching it. Hopefully it'll be an open game and plenty of chances and a few goals to talk about.
Who's going to win it, guys? Let's tell me. Shay, who do you reckon's going to win?
Well, Portugal are quite defensively now. I mean, they won the European Champions, and no one's given them a chance for the World Cup. They're quite a defensive team in a sense. I know they've got Ronaldo and that. People watching might think, well, what are you talking about? But they actually are quite defensively minded and leave a lot to the attacking stuff to the Ronaldo and the likes. But for me, I think Spain are going to have too much for them. I think the movement, the quality they have, and yes, they've lost their manager a couple of days ago, but still, you know, these players are some of the best players in the world. And for me, Spain have got a great chance of actually winning the World Cup.
All right, Steph, Spain or Portugal, who's going to be for you?
I think I'm going to go against Shay. I think obviously with everything that's happened and the uncertainty in camp at the minute with the Spain squad, I think we've mentioned Ronaldo. He's a player who changes games. He's a player who can win games by himself, and I know Portugal probably will play a little bit more defensive, but if you've got someone like him up front, I think you've always got a good chance. So I think Portugal might just nick it.
All right, one vote for Spain, one vote for Portugal. Very nice. Kevin, what have you got?
Where's my fence?
This is your casting vote.
No, I'm going to go with Spain. I think, you know, I argued my point that they'll be a bit more relaxed and going to enjoy the tournament maybe a bit more, and you know, they can blame someone else for if they do fail. So I think that'll help them play a little bit better, a little bit more free, and just you know, enjoy the tournament. So yeah.
Do you know what's incredible? Portugal come in here European champions, and it feels like they're being sort of underwritten, undervalued by a lot of people. You know, I know you're tipping them there, Steph, but a lot of people coming into this tournament are sort of looking at Portugal going, I don't know. I mean, they are European champions.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, they've tasted success, I suppose. They had a great Euros, done really well to get to the final and obviously win it in the end. So I think as I said, they've tasted it now. I mean, Spain have obviously been at the height of European and world football for a long time now, but with the uncertainty around camp, I think that's something that Portugal can play on going into the game, and I think it will be a good game. It should be open, but I just think, I don't know what it is, I think Portugal will nick it. That's my honest opinion.
All right, well, we shall